કે શુભચિંતક ગાઈડન્સ દેતા આવ્યા શ્રી અશોકભાઈ ઠક્કર એમને પણ હું સ્વાગત કરું છું. સાથે સાથે આવેલા દરેક સમાજના પ્રમુખ, મંત્રીઓ અને મેમ્બર્સો આપ સૌનું પણ સ્વાગત કરું છું. જીવાઈએ ને ગુજરાતી સમાજ આમ તો બંને એક જ છે, પણ આપણે બંને સમાજે આમ રજીસ્ટર કર્યું. રજીસ્ટર કર્યા બાદ આપણે એક ખ્યાલ આવ્યો કે ઘણીવાર ઘણી સમાજમાં ઘણી તકલીફો થાય છે કે યંગ જનરેશન આવાવાળા સમાજમાં નથી લેતું. તો આ વર્ષે આપણે તત્કાલીન આ વર્ષથી આપણે 2 કમિટી બનાવી છે. કોશિશ એ છે કે યુથને એ લોકોની જિમ્મેદારી આપે અને યુથની આખી એક નવી ટીમ ઊભી કરી છે. તો લેટ્સ કોંગ્રેચ્યુલેટ ધ એન્ટાયર યુથ એસોસિએશન ટીમ. જે લોકો ઘણા વર્ષોથી સાથે છે ને આપણે એમને છોડવા નથી માંગતા, એટલે એ લોકો માટે આપણે સમાજ તરીકે એમની પણ એક કમિટી નિર્ધારિત કરી છે. તો કોંગ્રેચ્યુલેશન્સ ટુ ધ કમિટી મેમ્બર્સ ઓફ ગુજરાતી સમાજ. આપણે ખાસ કરીને મને સવારના પણ મોકો મળ્યો હતો રાજભવનમાં, અને આપણે રાજ્યપાલ સાહેબે મને પૂછ્યું હતું કે તમે લોકો ક્યારે મળો છો. મેં કહ્યું અમારી એક જ એવી સંસ્થા છે ચેન્નઈમાં કે લગભગ મહિને કે 1.5 મહિને અમારો કાર્યક્રમ થાય છે. સર, વી ડુ one and every 30 to 40 days we meet once. અને સર્ટન પ્રોગ્રામ્સ જે આપણે કરી રહ્યા છે, those programs are like play ગુજરાતી जो यहाँ पे नहीं आता है, we get it from Gujarat, like नाटक, movies, cultural activities, comedy shows. Today also we have got a very good comedy show. One who's a look-alike for Devanand will be here in some sense. Like Navratri, these are the regular features. Apart from that, આપણે સોશિયલ કાર્યક્રમો કરી રહ્યા છે, જેવી રીતે ખાસ કરીને વિદ્યાદાન. આવા સમયમાં આ મહિનામાં જ આપણે બટર ડિસ્ટ્રીબ્યુશન કરશું, જે લાંબુ 15-20 દિવસનું ચાલશે. આ બધા સોશિયલ કાર્યક્રમ ન સિર્ફ આપણા માટે છે, પણ આ છે સમાજમાં આપણે રહી અને બીજા સમાજ માટે કરી રહ્યા છે. સ્પેશિયલ ચિલ્ડ્રન પ્રોજેક્ટ, ગૌ સેવાના કામ કરી રહ્યા છે. ગયા વર્ષે પણ આપણે 7 કે 8 ગૌદાન કરેલું છે. આના સિવાય આ વર્ષે બહુ વર્ષોથી ઘણા લોકોની ડિમાન્ડ હતી, આ વર્ષે પ્લાનિંગમાં છે પરિચય મિલન. તો આપણે 2018 તમને યાદ હશે કે બહુ સક્સેસ થયું હતું. તો આ વર્ષે આપણો સૌનો સાથ જોશે, આપ સૌનો સહકાર જોશે કે ફરી એકવાર આપણે પરિચય મિલન સક્સેસ કરે. એના માટે આપણે તારી પાસે જોશ આવશે. આપણે કહેવત છે, મેમ્બરો તો દરેક પ્રોગ્રામમાં ઘણા સમાજોમાં આપણે કમ્પાયર નથી કરતા, પણ આપણે એક સમાજના 2 કે 3 પ્રોગ્રામ થાય તો ચાલતા રહે છે. પણ આપણે જે મેમ્બરો અંદર આવ્યા છે એ લોકોને ખરેખર એવી લાગણી છે, તો એ લોકો એમ જ કહે છે કે મેં લાગણીના જન્માક્ષર જોયા છે, મેં લાગણીના જન્માક્ષર જોયા છે, ગ્રહો કરતા માણસને નડતા જોયા છે. આ કમ્પ્લેન નથી કરતો, પણ હકીકત છે કે ગ્રહો કરતા માણસોને નડતા જોયા છે. કાંઈ નહીં, ખાલી અમે તમે ઠીક થપથપાવશો ને અમે હજી 4 કાર્યક્રમ વધારે આપશે. કેમ કે અમે આશાવાદી માણસો છે, એટલે કોઈ પણ આશાવાદીની વાતને તોડી પાડશો નહીં. શક્ય છે એની પાસે માત્ર એક જ આશા છે. શક્ય છે એની પાસે માત્ર એક જ આશા છે. હિન્દીમાં એક 2 શબ્દ કહીશ. કિંમત પાણીની નથી, તરસની છે. કિંમત મૃત્યુની નથી, શ્વાસની છે. સંબંધ તો ઘણા છે જીવનમાં, પણ કિંમત સંબંધની નથી, તેના પર મૂકેલા વિશ્વાસની છે. તો આ જે વિશ્વાસ તમે અમારો પર મૂક્યો છે, એવો જ વિશ્વાસ જાળવી રાખશો. અને આજનો કાર્યક્રમ આપણે આગળ વધારતા ફરી એકવાર આપ સૌનું સ્વાગત કરું છું. ખૂબ ખૂબ ધન્યવાદ. થેન્ક યુ.
Requesting Shri Ashokbhai Thakkar to share a few words.
Honorable Governor of Tamil Nadu, His Excellency Shri R. N. Ravi ji, other elders, friends, and invitees. Today I feel honored to be speaking here as part of the Gujarati Sthapana Divas, or on the birth anniversary of our home state of Gujarat. I would like to speak on the topic that highlights the spirit of entrepreneurship, resilience and development, Gujarat's contribution to the economic development of India. From the time of India's independence struggle to the present day, Gujaratis have played a significant role in shaping the soul and strength of our nation. Whether it's freedom, economy, politics, industry or social reform, the Gujarati community has left a deep and lasting impact. Gujarat, often referred to as the growth engine of India, has played a pivotal role in shaping the country's economy. From trade and manufacturing to agriculture and infrastructure, Gujarat has continuously punched above its weight. The per capita GDP of Gujarat is 2.7 lakhs per annum against the national average of 1.96. Let's begin with the strategic location. Gujarat has the longest coastline in Bharat, spanning 1,600 kilometers out of 7,516 kilometers that we have. The geographical advantage has made it a hub of maritime trade and port-related activities. Major ports like Kandla and Mundra handle, along with other ports in Gujarat, around 600 million tons, or a significant portion of our nation's trade volumes, boosting exports and strengthening international trade overall. The ports in India totally handle 850 million tons. Next is the industrial power of the state. Gujarat is one of the most industrialized states in India. It contributes significantly to sectors like chemicals, textiles, petrochemicals, ceramics and diamonds. In fact, over 90% of India's diamond cutting and polishing happens in Gujarat, especially in Surat, the diamond capital of the world. The state is also a leader in energy production, especially in renewable energy like solar and wind power. It's among the first to adopt large-scale solar park and promote green energy initiatives. Agriculture in Gujarat is another success story. Despite having arid and semi-arid regions, Gujarat has achieved remarkable agricultural growth. The White Revolution led by Dr. Verghese Kurian from Anand made India the largest milk producer in the world and established Gujarat as the birthplace of Amul, a global dairy brand. Gujarat has also attracted both domestic and international investments through business-friendly policies. The biennial Vibrant Gujarat Summit has become a major global platform for investment and innovation. Companies across the world see Gujarat as a promising destination for business. Let's not forget the entrepreneurial spirit of the people of Gujarat, from small traders to large industries. Gujaratis have consistently built enterprises that generate employment and wealth for the nation. Culturally also, Gujarat has a vibrant colors to adorn. The Navratri and Kite Festival, the Ran Utsav on Kutch on the white sands of the desert, the colorful festival dresses with mirror work and embroidery. In conclusion, Gujarat's contribution to India's economic development is deep and diverse, spanning ports, industries, agriculture, energy and trade. It is not just a state of resources, but a state of vision and action. Even in Tamil Nadu, not just in business, but also in the field of education, Gujaratis have contributed by establishing several colleges and schools in Chennai and other cities. Let us draw inspiration from Gujarat's journey and commit ourselves to building a stronger and self-reliant Bharat. Before I end, let us not fall to the diverse forces that are trying to fracture our unity, and have full faith in our government headed by a strong and powerful leader who himself is from our own home state. Jai Jai Garvi Gujarat, Jai Bharat, Jai Hind.
Thank you so much, sir. We now present a token of love and respect to His Excellency as a gesture of gratitude from our Gujarati Samaj. એમની ઉપસ્થિતિ આજનો દિવસ યાદગાર બનાવશે. Requesting Honorable President of Gujarati Samaj, Shri Hitesh Doshi, and Honorable Secretary of Gujarati Youth Association, Shri Hemang Rajani, to honor His Excellency Thiru R.N. Ravi, Honorable Governor of Tamil Nadu. Requesting Honorable President Shri Hitesh Doshi and Secretary of Gujarati Samaj Srimati Neelaben Desai to honor Shri Ashok Bhai Thakur. We now invite Shri Hemang Rajani to felicitate the presidents of all Gujarati associations in Chennai.
Hello. Yes, I would like to correct. I request His Excellency Honorable Governor of Tamil Nadu, Thiru R.N. Ravi to felicitate the presidents and representatives of 36 Gujarati Samaj. We'll start with Kamlesh J. Modi representing Lohana Mitra Mandal. Shri Kamlesh J. Modi, I request everyone to please be quick. Nikhil Bhai R. Shah from Shri Kachi Milan, Preeti Ben Mehta from Kapol Utkarsh Mandal, Srimati Reena Ben Keyur Shah from Sneh Milan Ladies Club. Big round of applause for all these representatives. Shri Hitesh Bhai Vora from Kachi Jain Samaj, Shrejesh Bhai Kothari from Palanpur Samaj, Shri Rajnikant Bhai Shah from Sorotia Nati Samaj, Deepak Bhai Mehta from Wakaner Mitra Mandal, Mukesh Bhai Shah from Mod Pragati Samaj representing even the Gujarati Samaj Committee, Rajesh Bhai Pujara from Lohana Samaj representing GYA Committee and Gujarati Samaj, Srimati Neelaben Desai from Khadaita Samaj, Rajesh Bhai P. Shah from Kachi Jain Samaj representing GYA Committee and Gujarati Samaj, Shri Rajan Bhai Kamdar representing Saurashtra Jain Sangh and Gujarati Samaj Committee, Shri Ashwin Bhai from Sorotia Vanik Samaj representing the Gujarati Samaj Committee, Mahesh Bhai Dave from Shri Brahma Samaj representing the Gujarati Samaj Committee, Shri Bharat Bhai Katkoria from Sorotia Vanik Samaj representing the Gujarati Samaj Committee also. Shri Mukesh Bhai Mehta from Mod Mitra Mandal, representing the Gujarati Samaj Committee. Shri Paresh Bhai Goyani from the Patel Samaj, representing Gujarati Samaj Committee. Shri Sailesh Bhai Soni from Goilwad Samaj, representing the Gujarati Samaj Committee. Ketan Bhai Modi from Rajkot Mitra Mandal, representing the Gujarati Samaj Committee. Shri Kishan Bhai Bhagat from Sorotia Vanik Samaj, representing the Gujarati Samaj Committee. Krunali L. Shah from Kachi Jain Samaj, representing the Gujarati Samaj Committee. Vishal Bhai Bhatt from Baj Khedawar Samaj. Shri Rijul Ben Sheth from Kachi Jain Samaj. સૌને રિક્વેસ્ટ કરીશ નામ લો એટલે અહીંયા ઉભા રહે વારાફરતી વારા જશે. Shri Bhaveshbhai Vasoya, representing the Patel Samaj and Gujarati Samaj Committee. Shri Ashish Bhai Mehta, Gogari Samaj, representing the Gujarati Samaj Committee too. Srimati Nehaben Shah from Kachi Jain Samaj, representing the Gujarati Samaj Committee also. Jaideep Bhai Goyani from Patel Samaj, representing the Gujarati Youth Association Committee. I request everyone to give a big round of applause for all the association's representatives. Over to Krunali. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Chief Guest address by His Excellency. With great pride, we invite His Excellency Thiru R.N. Ravi, Honorable Governor of Tamil Nadu, to share his thoughts with us on this special occasion. Let's open our hearts and minds to his words of guidance and inspiration.
मंच पर आसीन गुजराती समाज के अध्यक्ष तिरु हितेश दोषी जी, गुजराती समाज के सचिव श्रीमती नीला एन देसाई जी, गुजराती समाज के जॉइंट सेक्रेटरी तिरु हेमंत जे रजनी जी, एडवाइजर गुजरात समाज श्री अशोक ठक्कर जी, यहाँ उपस्थित भिन्न भिन्न गुजराती समाज के प्रतिनिधि, गुजरात से आकर के तमिलनाडु को अपना घर बनाने वाले हमारे जितने भी गुजराती भाई बहन, आप सबको गुजराती स्थापना दिवस का खूब खूब अभिनंदन। जब हम गुजरात की बात करते हैं तो कहीं भी आप गुजरात की जब चर्चा करो, गुजरात की रेफरेंस जब भी आती है किसी भी संदर्भ में, चाहे वो विकास का संदर्भ हो या सामाजिक समरसता का संबंध हो, शिक्षा का संबंध हो, सारे पहलुओं पर कहीं भी जब गुजरात की चर्चा आती है तो एक पॉजिटिविटी की फीलिंग होती है, एक पॉजिटिव फीलिंग। ये एक तो गुजरात के मिट्टी का कमाल है, उन्होंने इतने बड़े बड़े युग पुरुष, इतने बड़े बड़े नेता हमें दिए अलग अलग समय पर। क्या मैं अंग्रेजी में बोलूं क्या? इंग्लिश में बोलूं? ओके। मैं थोड़ा समय के लिए भूल गया था कि मैं आया हूं, मैं प्रधानमंत्री जी हिंदी में बोलते हैं ना, तो सब समझते ही हुआ। इन्होंने हितेश जी ने जो गुजराती में बोला, मैं सारी की सारी बातें तो मेरी समझ में तो आई गई थी, फिर भी Gujarat has a very, very special place in our country. Gujarat has produced such a large number of freedom fighters. From ages, it has produced great saints, great poets. We all know that during the freedom movement, how Mahatma Gandhi consolidated, led the freedom movement as one organized movement. National freedom, resistance to the British rule had begun right from the day one, when the British began to occupy India's territory. Not even an inch of Bharat they had taken without resistance. All over, any part of it. There were fierce resistance. Countless number of people, they gave their life. And this resistance, which was continuing in a sporadic manner at different places, it got organized. After Mahatma Gandhi came on the scene. And then in the subsequent decades, the movement gained momentum. And Mahatma Gandhi had the ability to provide a space for freedom fighters of different temperament. He had that unique quality. And after we became independent, often we do not adequately appreciate the contribution of Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, another son of Bharat Mata, born in the holy land of Gujarat. At the time when the British left, they had left with more than 560 independent countries. We often say princely estates, they had made each of these princely estates independent. So on the stroke of midnight of 1415 August 1947, they were no longer princely estates, they were independent countries. And they had a choice to remain independent. They could have, and some of them had the ambition, and they tried to remain independent. But it was a great visionary, Sardar Patel. One shudders to think of what India would have been today but for Sardar. With what effort, using all the tools of statecraft, Sam, Dam, Dand, Ved, he brought all of them together. Only one, which was not given to him, it was Jammu and Kashmir. It was kept with the Prime Minister, and we know we are paying the price even today. So Gujarat has given us the country so much. We know that a spirit of enterprise is believed to be inherent in an average Gujarati. And Gujarat has also had the good fortune, I should say, had the good fortune. It had overcome some misfortunes, like you had this earthquake, massive devastations, but it again bounced back. It had a good fortune of having a unique leader, a leader who appears once in an age as the Chief Minister, and I am referring to our present Prime Minister, Sri Narendra Modi. The way he transformed Gujarat, the way he rebuilt the devastated land, devastated with massive earthquake, perhaps the most severe in the recent histories. He rebuilt, and over the years, Gujarat became a model for all other states of the country. And when the same leader came on the national scale, we see the transformation. Where were we 11 years back? At the time when we became independent, Bharat was the 6th largest economy in the world. In fact, 200 years before, at the beginning of the 19th century, Bharat was the number 1 economy of the world. And we were the number 1 economy right for several thousand years. And those of you who are curious and wish to have the desire to verify this, please go on the Google, on the internet, and get the report prepared by OECD. You know OECD countries, the group of countries who consider themselves as the one who determines the fate of the world. They had conducted a study on the global economy over millennia. And provocation was, a British economic historian in 1972 had written a piece, an essay, that Europe was, 1972 I'm talking, Europe was only 200 years old in terms of prosperity. America was hardly 100 years. Before that, it was India, which was the economic powerhouse of the world. It was not easily palatable to the developed countries. How could it be so? And then OECD commissioned a study, and that study is available on the net. It is World Economy, a Millennial Perspective is the name of the report. And it tells you from the first century onward, they didn't have the wherewithal or the ability to go before. But even if you look at from the first century, Bharat was the #1 economy all through every year. The only economy that came close to India was China's. There were times when China was almost coming at par. But there was no Europe, there was no America. And nearly 200 years of colonization, with all the exploitation, we became the we came down. But still, we were the 6th largest economy in the world. But by 2014, we became the 11th economy. We kept becoming poorer, poorer, poorer. In 10 years, after 2014, we became the 5th largest economy in the world. A quantum jump, rise from 11th to the 5th. And the world, in one voice, acknowledges that in the next few years we are going to be the #3rd economy in the world. Till about a decade ago, our country was not considered worth respecting her opinion on issues that concern the humanity of the world. We were the large country, perhaps after China. Today we have become again population-wise. Perhaps we have left China behind. But at the time, China was ahead of us. We are the populous country, but poor country. Underdeveloped, developing country. And everyone was advising us. Everyone in the world. They were giving prescriptions. You must do like this, you must do like that. It's not only IMF and World Bank, others also. There was no dearth of advisors. Things had come to a pass in the previous almost 60 years. That world has taken it as if it was the fate of India not to be an economic power. Our rate of growth, our own people had begun telling, and so did the world, that Bharat will grow, India will grow at Hindu rate of growth. And everything about Hindu, the moment you attach it, means it was just a lie. Such a diffidence, such a loss of confidence, such a humiliation that the nation suffered. Such a large nation with so much of capacity, such a proud past. Thanks to the leader, to the Prime Minister, who did the miracle in Gujarat, and he is doing the miracle in the whole of Bharat today. You know, I'm tempted to recall from Mahabharata. After the Mahabharata was over, fight was over, Yudhishthira had become the king. Still, Bhishma Pitama was on Banashajya because he had Iksha Mrityu and he was waiting for the appropriate time. At the time, Yudhishthira went. He used to go sit before Bhishma Pitama, listen to him, get advices how to run the country, how to run the state. He said it's a very difficult time, so much of devastation has happened. So much of devastation, unprecedented, the war had ravaged. I have so great limitation, such huge limitations, how I am going to rebuild it, how I am going to make our people our praja, happy and content. And then Bhisma Pitama told him, and it says, Kalo va karanam rajyo, raja va kala karanam, itite sansayoma bhut, raja kalasya karanam. Means, don't get confused whether Raja is bound, the confusion that whether the Raja is bound by the time creates the Raja or Raja creates the time. Don't ever have any itite sansayoma bhut. Don't have any confusion, any doubt about it. Raja kalasya karanam. It is the Raja who makes the time. In all the odd situations, we found we had a Prime Minister visionary who made this time. And the same time which could have just passed. Look at this. Where are we today? It shows the power of leadership. Power of positive leadership. A leadership which believes the whole Bharat as a family or a kutumba. Before, we had leaders who were mired in all kinds of divisive politics. Here is the leader who thinks of everyone. Not even those who are small communities, marginalized communities. Take the case, we have PVTC. In our country, we have about 40 lakhs, the whole country, imagine, 140 crore population. We have a community of 40 lakhs. They are particularly vulnerable tribal groups. They keep moving here and there. Nobody is. In the electoral politics, they don't count because who cares? I need numbers, they don't have the numbers. But this leader doesn't even lead them. A special scheme even for them to see that, setting the deadline by 2025, all of them they must be brought at par with us. Thinking of even the abandoned, forgotten. This is unique. Today, from nowhere, we are among the top 3 countries in the realm of science and technology. In the field of startup, from less than 500, we have crossed 150,000 startup today. Several of them are unicorn. Building on the positive energy, unleashing the latent energy in our citizens, in our society, समाज की सज्जन शक्ति को प्रोत्साहित कर, जन भागीदारी, government not my बाप. Earlier, those who created wealth, they were looked down with suspicion. Imagine, an imported political ideology of socialism. That means everyone must suffer. In socialism, all that you do is you distribute poverty. That is what Singapore man, Lee Kuan Yew, the grand old man of Singapore, who built a fishing hamlet into the top-class, world-class city estate. During the time of Prime Minister Mrs. Gandhi, he had come over here and met the Indian Prime Minister, and because he was closely observing. He had taken over the reign of Singapore towards the late 1950s. It was the time when many countries in Asia and Africa, they were decolonized, they had become independent. All these countries were looking to India. Which way India goes? They were looking to India for inspiration, looking for example. And when they found that no, India was not moving. And Lee Kuan Yew was one such great observer, keen observer. He came and he met the Prime Minister. He said, Madam Prime Minister, you are the one strong enough to impose emergency on a country like India. You have the guts. You are a strong leader. Please take bold economic decision. Right now, you produce 50 paise and you spend 1 rupee. This model is not going to take your country anywhere. Where is the money for capital formation? These are too populist. And then Madam Prime Minister, what she was supposed to have told him, which Lee Kuan Yew has recorded, she told no. This is how India can be governed. And then he said, he made a forecast, India can never be an economic power. India may be whatever it is, but it will never be an economic power. Today, that prediction is proved wrong. Today, India is emerging as economic power. We are the fastest growing large economy in the world. And this is because we have a visionary leader who thinks 24/7 only about Bharat. And not only about Bharat, through Bharat. By making Bharat samarth, sabal, self-reliant, atmanirbhar, for the good of the humanity. Because when Bharat was born 7,000 years ago, if not before, it was not born, it was not an accident of history. It was not built by any strong man. It was a divine creation. It was created, it was born for a purpose to save the world. Vishwa Kalyan. And that is what this Prime Minister has been doing. Look at when COVID hit. When COVID hit, the whole world was affected. Nobody knew how the nature of the beast. And when the developed countries, when they developed the vaccines, they started the politics of vaccine nationalism and mercantile pricing, hoarding more than you need. And when, thanks to our scientists, when we made the vaccines, we shared the vaccines with more than 150 countries in the world. At the time, we were not saturated, and there were complaints. When our own people all have not been vaccinated, how are you sharing the vaccine with the rest of the world? But no. Prime Minister was very clear. Bharat does not exist for itself. It has a much larger purpose. We believe in Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. They are all our people. The deprived and unfortunate people in any part of the world. So long we have the capability, we will assist them. That is what happened when we shared the vaccines. G20 has been in existence for decades. Why nobody thought of African Union? African Union, a large mass of humanity. Because they are poor, marginalized, nobody thinks of them. Are they not members of human family? It was our ethos, Bharatiya ethos, Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, whole world is a family. That Prime Minister included African Union into G20. It was again reflecting the values, the ethos of Bharat. Today, when the world is in crisis, when the wars are happening, whether it is the Russia-Ukraine war, whether it is Israel, Hamas, all the conflicting parties, they look up to India because they know that today India can provide the solution, the way forward. For long we had a confused foreign policy. We are non-aligned. No, we are not. We are not with you, we are not with you. What is this non-aligned, by the way? If you are living in a world which is so interconnected, you cannot separate the airs. You cannot separate the climate. When the COVID originated somewhere in a foreign country, could anybody shield it? There was no iron curtain against COVID. It is one family. How can you be non-aligned? You have to have your values and you have to align to your values. And the values of Bharat was peace, no conflict, no violence. The lesson taught from the time of Mahavir and Buddha, this is the ethos of Bharat. And so our foreign policy became, we are aligned with peace. And today, all the conflicting parties look up to India with expectation. So this is what India is today. And it is happening because we have a great leader, and then again, we must salute the land, the holy land which gave birth to such a leader. That is the land of Gujarat. Friends, I was hearing the speakers, they all said rightly that growth of Gujarat is not for Gujarat alone. Growth of Gujarat is for the growth of Bharat. That is what is happening. Wherever you are, wherever I have seen, wherever Gujaratis are, they always make positive contribution to the society wherever they are. And that is what you are doing here also in our land, Tamil Nadu. I am sure you will continue doing your good work, taking your good initiative, which you have always been doing. Think of new ways. In what other ways you can help our people. You can see that the Gujarat model of development. Today, imagine till about some decades, some years back, we used to be the favored investors' destination. Maharashtra today is number one in terms of investors' destination. Then came Gujarat, Karnataka. Tamil Nadu was the fourth. Today we have two more competitors now, Telangana and Haryana have overtaken us. Sixth, I think this model of development of Gujarat is something for every other state to follow. And look at the self-pride. Today, most of the states, they believe in freebies, freebies, freebies. And I was happy to have the data. When I got the data, I felt so delighted that when it comes to free distribution of free food, you know, in our country, the central government has been giving food to the needy, which has started during the time of COVID, almost about 80 crore people. In some states, the number of recipients is so high, like West Bengal, is almost 100%. Every household, almost every household gets the free ration. In our own state, Tamil Nadu, this is almost 85% plus. 85% plus people. You know what is the Gujarat? I was happy to know when somebody gave me the figure, it is less than 10%. Now, this is something which one should be proud of. No, believe in my own enterprise, confidence and enterprise. I will earn it. Let the adversity come. I will overcome it. I don't have to be dependent on the door. The culture of freebies at the expense of growth, at the expense of long-term interest is not good for any people, any society, any state, any country. Gujarat has been a model in all this respect. Many of these have been mentioned by the previous speakers. We can keep counting on it. And I'm sure it will continue doing so. And you all Gujarati, brothers and sisters, wherever you are, you will continue keeping the spirit of Gujarat alive, the flame up, and doing the best for the society wherever you are. I once again wish all of you a very, very happy day. Warmest greetings and best wishes. Khoob, khoob, Abhinandan, Jai Bharat.
Thank you so much, sir. We are deeply grateful to His Excellency Thiru R.N. Ravi, Honorable Governor of Tamil Nadu, for gracing this occasion with his distinguished presence. Your kind words and encouragement mean a word of wisdom to the Gujarati community in India. Gujarat is our Janmabhoomi, but Tamil Nadu is our Karmabhoomi. This evening has been truly elevated by your presence and blessings. Thank you so much, sir. Requesting everyone to kindly stand for the national anthem.